could you guys introduce yourselves, your film, and what it's about?
Cool.
I'm James, and I co-wrote and directed the film with Toby.
Toby. Hi, guys.
The film is about three mothers that basically are upset about the grades their kids have got, because it's going to affect their passage to the upper school, secondary school, and so they gang up one evening and confront their teacher.
And if you guys could pick 3 words to kind of prime an audience member for the film, what would you pick?
Dark, comedy, twisted?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and with a bit of thriller thrown in, I hope.
Yeah.
Ooh, what were some inspos for that?
I personally love the Coen brothers. That's the
it
one
was
talks a lot about, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. Coen Brothers, 3 Billboards we've always loved. Things like what's the Triangle of
Sadness.
Sadness.
Yeah.
Just a really lovely film. So I think it's capturing that mixture of sort of drama and thriller, but with also the black comedy as well.
I think always the idea, which is what all of these directors do incredibly well, is one step away from our current reality. So everyone who watches, hopefully, could see something like this happen, but it's just one step away from that sort of normal.
And I think also Hitchcock, I mean, he'll just slide into these sort of side stories, which is so nice, and I think they really they add to the, the overall... like the overall experience of seeing that film. So there's, they'll have a sort of policeman, investigating a crime, and then he'll go home at night and his wife will cook him these terrible meals, and he'll have to sort of, sit through these terrible meals, and then he goes back to being a policeman. So you have this sort of mixture of things, which I really enjoy, and it just adds I think to the whole experience. So.
Absolutely. And was there any experience in particular that inspired this film? Hopefully not personally.
So my mother has been a teacher for about 45 years, who retired quite recently, and I definitely noticed a dynamic shift that's been happening recently in the way that teachers are sort of being respected in the experience. I also noticed, Jim and I both noticed, that there's been a real change in, it's almost become like a blood sport and getting into schools. You move to a borough, but that doesn't guarantee anything. And then you suddenly you're like, okay, so if I don't go to this school, then what happens? So we were noticing these tensions that were coming up, where we really wanted to sort of push that as far as we could. How can these tensions go to the nth degree?
Yeah, and my mother was a teacher as well, so we had that sort of shared experience, and my grandfather was a head teacher as well. So we had that sort of background, I guess, in teaching. And I think also we both like the idea that one small decision could snowball into something much bigger and could create that sort of chaos. So I think that was also a big thing for us, that this small decision could then snowball into something terrible and hopefully entertaining at the same time.
So what's the next step?
I think
we'll probably go back and play with the muscle a bit, right?
I think so. I think we want to just refine the bigger project and get that out there. But I think also we need to sort of just keep, like Toby says, keep the exercise going. So I think we're probably going to do one of the the sort of 48-hour projects next year. Just to sort of do a film in 36 hours or 48 hours, whatever it is, and it just gives us another film, and I think it's a really, it's a great experience. And
keep the creative sparks.
Yeah, definitely, just keep that going. So,
Exactly.
yeah.
Amazing. Thank you guys so much.
Well, pleasure.